Guys, just like that, grandma make a perfect dinner when she says she has nothing to give us to eat. Just like that. And there it is, guys. Just like that, grandma create dinner when she says there is nothing to give you guys, nothing to eat. A perfect, perfect dinner, just like that. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Pastor Chetty. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We are currently back in Canada from Grenada from our family vacation. And today I want to cook. I want to cook again, but I want to tell you a story. So, when you're growing up and you go to your grandparents' house, and every time you go to your grandparents' house, they always, boy, girl, are you come? I don't know, but I will give you to cook. Boy, are you come? I don't know, I don't know nothing to give you to eat. And all I have there to look at grain of rice and peas from last night. I have some rice and peas here from last night, from leftovers. And then I look around and I found some potatoes and some dashing, and I have some chicken. So let's see what we can do with that. But all the time when grandma's saying, I don't know what I will give Alda to eat. She don't send you guys away. She'll never send you guys away because she knows she want to spend time with you guys. And she probably might run down in the back of the house, in the land, and she's gonna get a few little dashing, a few little yam. You gonna jump down a few little blubber, a few little a grain of fig, and before you know it, she whoop up something really, 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 really nice. Or she go send you see she send grandpa to the shop because she's not gonna go to the shop first, but she's gonna go cook, and she's gonna send grandpa to the shop. Grandpa gonna get mad and grandpa gonna cuss, but grandpa don't have a choice. Grandpa have to go because she's not gonna send you because she want to spend time with you. And before you know it, she'll be calling you guys, Leave Gary, Kevin, Cherry, are you come and eat all your food? All of a sudden, she says she don't have no food, but all of a sudden she get a food and a full dinner too. So this is how we're gonna do it today. Just like I said, we have some leftover rice and peas, and I just look around and see what else I can chump up with it to see what we can do. So stay tuned and watch how that turn out. And again, growing up as a boy, you could never go to grandma's house and be hungry. Never, ever, ever go to grandma's house and be hungry. No matter what time of the year, what time of the month, what time of the week, what season it is, you can never go to grandma's house. Here she come and she go always say there's nothing to eat. You have nothing to eat. But she always make a way. She always find something to eat for we to eat. And again, at the end of it, and I'm not talking about a little scrape and grab. But at the end of it, we have full meal. So if you remember them time there, I would like to hear about your story. Leave a comment. So this new series that I'm starting, I'm gonna call it Tales of Grandma. That's what I'm gonna call it. Tales of Grandma. And if you have any great memories of grandma and stories that is relevant to this, please don't feel shame. Put it in the chat, or not in the chat, but put it in the comment. I'd like to hear your story. I'm pretty sure the world would like to hear your story too. And I know not as only Grenadians, grandparents. I know grandparents probably all over the world, especially Caribbean grandparents. So I know not only Grenadian grandparents. So no matter where you are in the world, no matter where you're from, where you are in the world, drop your story. Drop your story. There are a lot of different reasons why you could go to grandma. Sometimes you go to grandma because we want to go to grandma. You're not living too far. She just down the road. And you go to grandma because you want to go to grandma. But again, sometimes because you're pretty young. Mommy, Daddy gone to work, mommy have to go in Grenville, mommy have some stuff to take care of Grenville, or tongue, mommy have something, or mommy probably going to river, something. So there's always many reasons why we go to grandma. Or sometimes we just want to go to grandma because there's always fun down there. When we go to grandma, it's always fun. There's always something to eat. And then you meet the neighbors. We have friends to play with. So there is always a good reason why we want to go to grandma. And again, the things that grandma make us get away with, our parents will make us get away with it. So sometimes when school give holiday, as we call it in Grenada, not vacation, but holiday. When school give holiday and school close, the best place we want to be is by grandma, because you think she make us get away with, and we cannot have that type of fun in our own house by our own parents. So what we're looking at is just some a few, as grandma would say, just a few greener rice and peas that we have from left back from yesterday's dinner. That's what we have there, and I have a few bits of potatoes and some dashing, and we're gonna mash up that. So, like I say, stay tuned and watch what we turn out to be, what we make with it. So no, grandma tell you there is no food, and we don't bother in that because we go find something to eat. We go down the road, we're gonna get some mango, some sapadilla, we go find something to eat. But we don't really mind that because we're out there and we're having fun. We meet up cousins and friends, neighbors and stuff, and we're out there having real fun. I'm telling you, whatever we do out there, whether we're playing hide and seek, or bow, or cricket, or just out there, just hanging out. Grandma is in the kitchen doing hot stuff while we're out there cooking. I'm telling you, you feel like I'm telling you, it's a real thing. This is real talk. So while we're out there cooking and stuff, and then by the end of the day, grandma we don't know where she get it from because she said there is nothing to it. But by the end of the day, grandma got something special. So I don't know. Let me know also where you're watching from in the world. And I'd like to connect with you. Let us know your grandma's story. Like I said, this new series that I'm starting, gonna be Tales of Grandma. I know a while ago I mentioned there are things that we could get away with grandma, and there's that we couldn't get away with our parents. But not mind you, there are some grandparents that were really strict. They probably used to whoop us more than our parents do. So again, this is all about sharing your own story. And if you're playing hide and seek, remember grandma tell you should have no food enough. But if you're playing hide and seek, but from the time you start that hide and seek, from the time you hide and you catch that first person, you're already done full. Because grandma gonna find something to give you some food. She gonna call you. She gonna give you some a piece of papaya, some mango, or some banana, something. And she making if it's one mango she have, if it's one little papaya she have, grandma is gonna make sure that you and all your siblings feed from that one little papaya, that one little mango. So I said, no matter how she tell you she don't have nothing to eat, from the time you start your head and see before you catch that first person, you're already done full. For me, that's what it was. The freedom. And then when you go to grandma, you don't do nothing. You don't need to do nothing. All you have to do is just play. And there is nobody food tastes as good as grandma food. I don't care who it is, what it is. Sorry to my mother, but There is nobody food tastes as good as grandma food. Grandma food always tastes the best. Comment, man. Come on. I know you have a comment. I know you have a story to tell. So for those of you who did not have a grandparents or did not have a grandmother, growing up with a grandmother, grandfather is not as fun as a grandmother. So, like I said, for those of you who did not have a grandmother growing up, then you missed out a lot. You missed out a lot. But nevertheless, and even though, like I said, grandma tell you she done nothing to cook, but 5, 10 minutes after she tell you that, you see the kitchen smoking. Because you know they used to have the outside kitchen. You see the kitchen smoking. And then you start smelling something going down, something coming from the kitchen. And you know, even though when you go to grandma and grandma says she don't know what to give you know, you don't worry now because you know by the end of the conversation, grandma is always already have something stirring up in the kitchen. So you never worried. Never worried. So like I said, I wish y'all could comment, man. Share the great news. Again, because these days you don't really have that kind of connection much with some grandparents and children because the children these days, the kids these days, the youths these days, they're not as we used to be when we were growing up. When we used to be out there just having fun and just playing. They had no enemies, nobody fighting against each other. But these days, all the kids these days, they want to pick up the guns, they want to get involved with the drugs, they all want to drive the most fancy cars. So they're always out there doing the crime and the violence to fit in. When we were growing up, when I was growing up, nothing like that. There was nothing like that. It was just bare fun. So there was nothing like that, man. There was just nothing like that. There was just bare fun. And you know what? I actually really do hope that this video, when somebody watches this video, will make some changes in somebody's life. Because I don't know how you go there, get involved with drugs, guns, and violence is any fun. When you're listening to this and the amount of fun that we used to have growing up, I don't know how is getting in guns and violence and drugs and stuff. I don't know how those stuff is any fun compared to what you hear in this video. Guys, just like that, got my baby. Perfect dinner. She says she has nothing to give us today. Just like that. There it is, guys. Just like that. Gama, Kina. And she says there's nothing to give you guys something. Perfect. Perfect dinner.